The Spy Who Dumped Me is the newest action comedy film, and it stars Mila Kunis, Kate McKinnon, Justin Theroux, Sam Heughan, I think his name is, Jamie Fraser from Outlander. And this is a film that, honestly, based on the trailer, I did not want to see. I really did not want to see. I thought it looked really bad, like outrageously bad. And I saw that there was an early screening, so I was like, you know what, let's just get it out of the way. Why not? It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm just going to get that out of the way. It's not the worst thing in the world. For starters, let me just say this. The action of this film is actually really good. It's very intense. It's brutal, very visceral. And you get that sense of urgency in the very beginning. It's also got a pretty good sound design, nice visual cues, beautiful setting. Most of it takes place in Vienna. You also have this cast that you can tell they're having fun. You can tell that they're trying their best, and you can tell that it's a summer blockbuster too because of that. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's an enjoyable aspect to have in a film. I also really liked that this film had a couple neat twists that, yes, when you break it down, they make no sense whatsoever. But from a narrative structure point in a film that I had no thought to want to see, it's nice to see a film that actually had a couple twists in it. Unfortunately, though, this film is severely flawed. And when I say severely flawed, I mean, for starters, the tone is just, it's just way off. And I noticed it right from the beginning, and it was hard to miss. Because, as I was saying, you have these action scenes. The action scenes are very entertaining. But then as soon as the film focuses on the main character and her best friend, played by Kate McKinnon, the film just really, really is unbearable to view, because I think I laughed maybe once or twice, and most of those two times were not involving those two. It was involving other people. Like, the one was involving a taxi driver, and it didn't really have anything to do with them. I just think that this film, if it had just either decided to be one or the other, like a straight up comedy, so it would have been just extremely terrible, like a guilty pleasure. Or if it had focused on action, it could have been a good action movie. But unfortunately, mixing the two, normally movies are able to do that. For some reason, this film wasn't able to do that. And I think also it just goes, Kate McKinnon, man. She's good in SNL. She really is. As Hillary Clinton, she was hilarious. I loved her in that. But her in Ghostbusters, Rough Night, and now this, I just don't know if it's maybe I just don't like her acting style, but I just don't find her funny. I just find her very obnoxious, especially in this film. You also have a film that, as it's wrapping up, you're just kind of realizing how inconsequential the whole film was as a whole. And it's a shame, too, because I get it. It's a summer blockbuster. You're not really supposed to think a lot during it. But I just feel as though it missed the mark so much that it's hard not to be kind of disappointed. That being said, it's hard to call it a complete disappointment / failure because, again, I had no expectations going into it whatsoever. So, The Spy Who Dumped Me will be getting a 2.5 out of 5-star rating. Not the worst thing in the world, but also not quite good. It's a film that had a lot of potential. It could have worked, but I think the trappings of being a comedy really bogged this film down in the end. But guys, The Spy Who Dumped Me, I know it hasn't reached theaters yet in most markets for another week, but did you guys like The Spy Who Dumped Me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and catch you guys later.